Right, you're live.
Are we live? Okay.
Yeah.
Just to see if we are live, can someone say, yeah, you're live, we can hear you. Weedy. I know there's a few people watching already. Oh, this is my light. I could have fixed that light a bit, but that's okay. Welcome, everybody, to the live show. I got to contain my excitement a little bit. I've been preparing for this for a long time and setting up this morning. So I'm just going to sit here with my coffee, have a little bit of a chat with everybody. I might answer a few questions if there's something come through, just regarding the drawing and the prizes and regarding this giveaway. I think after we've done the giveaway, I'm going to turn the camera and let the birds come, maybe feed them, have a little break for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll do a little Q&A about the Weedy garden. We'll do a little Q&A about any questions about my photography or the garden or upcoming episodes, or so we'll sort of change the subject from giveaway to Weedy garden. Okay. So I've started half an hour early today, so probably not many people are watching, but I started this morning early so we could talk about what's going on and give anyone a chance that hasn't already got an entry to get an entry, because we're still going to have it open for another half an hour. At 12 o'clock, we're going to close the page down and we're going to tally up our last orders, and we're going to put them in the yellow bucket just to show you what the yellow bucket looks like. So far, that's the orders that have been taken out of the website now. That's everybody that's come into the draw in the bucket. And the bucket's not going to leave the camera angle until it's time to draw. And I'm going to kind of start mixing these up now while I'm talking with you. So I can kind of go around and mix them up as I'm talking with you. And explain to you that I'm going to actually be giving away 10 prizes today. That's right, guys and girls and children. I'm going to give away 10 prizes. Of course, the last prize is the grand prize, which is the big makeover, and all included. And just to sum up what is included, the list is so long now, I've got to have my list here on my telephone. And of course, my most favourite is the number one on the list, and that is Jeff Lawton and his design. My wonderful teacher, Jeff Lawton, is so generous to go into your property, look what needs to be done, and make a permaculture design that suits your climate, suits your land, suits your personality, suits your age, and suits everything that is right for you. And that's what I love about permaculture, because it's just such a broad thing, and you can use it to do anything. You've got a little backyard, you can make a backyard you can walk into and just eat food from it. I do love flowers. I do have flowers in my garden, because you've got to keep the bees happy, because you've got to have our honey. Is there sound and everything working, everybody?
Everyone's saying the audio is a little low.
It's a bit low.
The audio is a bit low, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see what I can do. I mean, I don't want to hold it up to my mouth all the time, because then I've only got one hand. What I could do is I could turn off the second mic, which I don't think I need. Well, I'll just change mics to see what happens. If I have this one on here, and I'll just talk for a little bit of doing the testing, 1, 2, 3. This is what happens when you've never done a live show before. I did do a test live show. Oh, I did do a test live show last week.
They said it's much better.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yay,
Then I'll
Weedy.
turn this one off. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for engaging. This is nice. I'd love to be able to hear your voices and see your faces, but maybe some other time. Maybe one of you, well, absolutely one of you, I will. And so getting back to where I was, the permaculture design by Jeff Lawton. That's the first thing, okay? And like Pam, she didn't really need a whole new design from Jeff, because her garden was kind of already designed. So for her, it was a revamp. It was bringing what she had to life again and to make the most of it. So Jeff, it doesn't have to be involved. And if you've got a big 100-acre property, I'm sorry, but we might not be able to dig swales and set up your whole 100-acre property, but we can do something at least the size of the Weedy garden, okay? And that's the idea behind all this, is I've used this time now on my channel, up in my garden doing videos, and I was wondering what I could give more to my viewers, and this is when this idea came to me, is to give someone actually what you come into the channel to look at, which is a beautiful garden. So one of you is going to get one of those. It's very emotional for me, and I hope I don't start bawling or crying or anything like that, because it is a bit emotional. Anyway, I've got to keep juggling these up because you see, I've ripped them off out of the book. I'll show you. No, I'll put the last ones in.
Okay.
It's still open, so Heather's there sitting there taking orders. But I've basically written every order number down on one of these tickets. This is an empty book, of course. And then I rip off all these little ones and throw them in the bucket. It's all hand done. So all these beautiful people down here in the bucket representing all the people. So Jeff Lorden is going to give the design. And of course, also, if you don't know anything about permaculture, this is perfect because he's also going to give you free access to his permaculture course. And it's not the PDC. It's not the one where you become a it's not the one, sorry, it is a PDC, but it's not the one that's done live, where he's there weekly to give you feedback and to answer questions. It's a lot cheaper than the PDC. It's open all year round, so you can join it and start it anytime you like. And that's going to be called the Evergreen, and that's launching in probably at the end of the month. He's been saying it's going to be for a few weeks now, but keep your eye out for that, because that's another way to do your PDC, where it costs, I think, only half the price. And I spoke to Jeff actually just this morning, and if you're watching, Jeff, thank you. Because we've got 10 prizes today, there's going to be 3 prizes where Jeff's going to be giving his Evergreen PDC course free entry. Of course, the grand prize will get it, second prize will get it, and third prize will get it as well. And so at 12 o'clock, I'm going to close the site down and start drawing, and we'll start with number 10. But I'll tell you what those prizes are. Well, I can tell you now. It's going to be a Weedy Garden t-shirt, everybody. We've got 11 designs of them now. You can't get them all online yet because I haven't put them up, but you can choose any design you want from the range we've got, any color you want and any size you want. And I'm going to give one of those t-shirts to 10 people today. I'm going to set this back. There we go. And that's kind of a little bonus. How are we doing, guys?
Great.
We're doing okay?
Yeah,
Any interesting questions that should interrupt me for the moment?
We will let you know.
Okay.
Lots of well wishes.
Thanks to everybody for your well wishes. And I've said it before, but your enthusiasm for what's going on and my channel and my creations is kind of the driving force behind doing it. So I appreciate that as much as you appreciate me. I have to get my spectacles on because I am 58 today, if you didn't know. And of course, the EcoFlow. That's number 3 on the list because that's a pretty nice one as well. And that's the EcoFlow generator. Oh, look, it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. And I might have to speak up a little louder because the rain is hitting the tin roof. And that's what I love about Australia and tin roofs is the rain sounds just kind of can put you to sleep. Very soothing, but not today. So the EcoFlow solar generator is also something you'll be getting with 2 solar panels. I've got one up in the garden. I love it because I can use electricity up there. I've got a fridge up there, and I can power all my cameras and everything up there. And the next thing that I think is super cool is the garden beds. Adam from Bed Your Veg. I'll put all the links to all these people and all these sponsors. I'll put them in the description of this video when I finish the live video. Okay, so you can come back and look at them, or you can just find them on my website. They're all on my website. But Adam from Bed Your Veg is kind enough to give 4 garden beds this time, and they're long ones as well. So, and they're going to be delivered to you wherever you are in Australia. So 4 garden beds. Thank you, Adam from Bed Your Veg. I've just bought a new one for my garden. I'm doing a video next. I'm going to make a garden bed, and I'm going to call that garden bed something like how I lived to 100-year-old person garden bed. It's going to be those herbs that I'm going to plant that can give you longevity. It's especially designed for longevity garden bed. So we'll move on. What have we got? The Flow Hive. Oh, the Flow Hive. I must say that is my most favorite thing in the garden because we have an endless supply of honey now. The best honey. It doesn't taste like anything you can buy in the shops. You can buy this stuff at the organic markets and in the homegrown people that make it, local produce. But everyone that comes to visit me always has a swig of this, and they always go, whoa, lovely. So the Flow Hive. And if we're really lucky, B-Rad, I hope you're watching B-Rad. Brother B-Rad, the bee guy, who came to Narracourt to help Pam install her bees. So you'll be getting the flow hive. That's what we're promised. But if we're lucky, B-Rad can come, and B-Rad can also bring some bees and build it for you and actually install the bees. So hopefully that might happen. Otherwise, I think Flow are the ambassadors around Australia. So perhaps we might be going to Western Australia. I'm sure there's a Flow ambassador over there that might help us. Alrighty. So what do we got here? This is what?
That's a full book.
Okay, so there we go. A few more just to show you that they're real and they're different numbers, the last ones here. And I must say as well, if you're thinking, oh no, I've got a 1 in 3,437 chance, it's nothing like that. This is just an order number. These order numbers have been accumulating for years on my website, right? So that's got nothing to do with how many orders, how many tickets are sold. Your chances are 1 in hundreds, not 1 in 3,400s. So that's
Birthday wishes.
that's exciting. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll just have another sip of coffee. Everyone okay?
Yep. There's one question.
Yeah.
No, there's,
I've got Mrs. Weedy on the backside here and also Theo.
yeah. What are the plans for volunteers to join in on the makeover?
That's a good question. The volunteers, if you do want to come close to the camera for this one, because this is nice and personal. The volunteers, first of all, thank you so much for those guys and girls that came last time. It was a magical, amazing experience for every one of us. I asked each one of them afterwards what the highlight of the week. They said the same thing, being together with so like-minded people. So it's a special energy, these volunteer makeovers. And if you do want to volunteer, when we find out where it is, which we will today, then I'll put out a newsletter. But I'll put it out first after I go and do a recon. Find the winner. I fly down or drive down, meet them, have a look around, do a recon, find out what we need to do and how many people we need to do it. I'll come back home and then I'll write a newsletter. And in that newsletter, I put a little video and I'll film the winner's place. And I'll say, see that, we need to do that and we need to do this, just like I did for the last one at Pam's. And if you are a subscriber or you have joined the newsletter, you got to remember to check your spam folder. And on this occasion, I'll put out posts on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and the community page on YouTube that I'll be putting out a newsletter tomorrow or something like that on the day. So on that newsletter, I will ask for certain people. And basically, I'll just get you to explain why you want to come and kind of what you can offer. Because there's certain tasks that need to be done. Sometimes we need clever builders, you know, and I can say, oh, can you build this and that? And I'll go, I got it, Weedy. And that's what makes it go so smoothly, okay? People that are not afraid to lose blood, sweat, and tears. And so I'll put a button on that newsletter where you can write an email to me, and that'll be with a subject title that says Weedy Volunteer or something like that. So I can filter out all the emails and find the ones that want to help. But that was a good question, and I hope that answers that question. Just going through the list now. And what we got here? We've got Daly's Nursery with all the trees. Daly's Nursery are so kind, and actually we've made a deal. The fact is, the truth is that Daly's can actually deliver plants to everywhere in Australia by post. Unfortunately, not Tasmania and Northern Territory. You poor guys, you get a bad deal. I guess it keeps the place safe, but always have to apologise. But anywhere in Australia, they can send trees, and they've got the widest range of all sorts of trees, not just subtropical and tropical. They've got all the other climates as well. So if you want to buy a mandarin tree or an apricot tree, they'll get it to you, and they can mail in the post. So if you want to go and build your food forests, check out what Dailies have, and you can go to them through my webpage, and they'll give the Weedy Garden community a little discount, because kind of we're like a group of people going into their nursery saying, if we buy this, can we get a discount? Of course you can. So everyone will get a discount if they use the code, and it's 10% or 20%. So I've got to say that, I've got to mention that, and I've got to say that the Weedy Garden affiliate part of the sales of those trees goes towards the trees that go to the winner, if that makes sense, right? And it's like, if you're in Tasmania or Northern Territories, just to wrap it up, we'll contact the local nurseries in your area, because the local nurseries in your area, in your state, they know the trees that grow well in your state, so that would make sense. All right. So I just gotta calm down a little bit, take a breath.
I do have a question.
I do need to put my glasses on again.
Would you like a question?
I'd like a question.
Sure. Somebody's actually asking, when are you planning the medicinal herb videos with Elle?
Well, that's a good question. I actually did answer it just before. So if you just tuned in to the live show, we're going to do the draw today. And I've said a few things already. So look back on it later, but just to answer that one, I'm going to be doing a video soon. I'm going to be building a specific garden bed for my medicinal herbs that are for longevity. So if you're like me and you want to live to be 100 years old, then this is the herbs, apparently, through Elle's advice, is the herbs to plant. And she's going to come to the Weedy garden and help me do that. So that's a video we're working on, but I think it's time to plant in spring, so we'll be doing that video in spring. Right now I'm getting my garden bed prepared with the sand and the compost and the mulch and getting it all ready so I can sit and, what do you call that when it goes over winter? It's going to do that over winter, so it's ready to be planted into in spring. The polytunnel, everyone needs a polytunnel. The wormville with the bathtub, I love building these things. The soil factory, which is the compost bay. And if you're not into turning the compost, like if you do, I can understand that, because actually look, the size of my garden up there, if I have to turn compost for the size of my garden, I have to turn compost pretty much every day. One compost every day. I've got 3 going at a time. One day I turn this one, the next day I turn this one, the next day. And it is a lot of work. And you can maybe see I haven't been doing it as much as I should be. So if you don't want the compost bay, that's fine. But the idea with this is to kind of give a representation over what you could have to build your garden to get it set up so you can be self-sufficient, right? And it's going to be different for everybody, depending on where they are. And I'll kind of make that more clear in the giveaways that are upcoming, is that you don't have to have the polytunnel. You don't have to have the bees if you don't want it. We'll find something else to make your life beautiful and wonderful. And that's the idea, and that's why I love this. And Elle from Australian Medicinal Herbs, she's going to give a whole collection of her teas and tinctures, or her tinctures actually. So they're great. I just got some delivered actually yesterday, some mullein to help me with the coughing. The moon planting guide, which is we're halfway through the year, but it's still doable. And of course, Weedy Garden t-shirt and the Weedy Garden pants, which you can get on the website. And just for those who are interested, and maybe there's some of you that have got the Weedy Garden pants and you're kind of like really, really getting confused. And this is not Naked Gardening Day today. Alrighty. This is on how to tie the tie pants. This is what they look like. And you got the little string on the back, see? This is different styles, but this is the Weedy Garden style. And it is tied up like that. Like that. Like that. And they're the most comfortable garden pants in the world. So I'm going to give some of those to the grand prize winner, plus I'm going to give some to the second prize winner. And what else is there? While I'm here, I'd like to talk about the schools and what we're going to do with the schools, okay? It's on the website now, so you can go and read up about it and you can apply. This is free, everybody, free for all schools in Australia. High schools, primary schools, forest schools, group schools. If you've got a bunch of kids and you're educating them, then this is something for you, okay? Doesn't matter where you are in Australia. What we're going to do is some of the funds that this is generated, we're going to take some of those out and we're going to do a makeover for a school. Same kind of thing as we're doing for the winter, but we're going to do it for a school. And I'll do that, and it's going to be a random thing as well, because I don't want to choose the school because they're closer to me. I don't want to choose the school because I want to go to Western Australia because I've never been there. You know, I want to make it random. But I do require that you do a certain amount of homework before you do your application. Okay, and that's all stated out on my website. And that includes a group photo of the kids. You need permission from all the parents to do things like that. You need permission from the school and all that to be able to do it. You need to have an idea of what you want to achieve. and a few other things that I've noted, okay? And what I'll do is I'm going to be using that information, right? I'm not going to look at that information and choose who's going to get it from that information. I'm not. I'm going to read it, and that's going to be interesting and fun for me, but I'm going to get each one of them, and I'm going to put them on like a ticket thing like this. And I'm going to put them all in, and I'm going to say, where are we going? Which school are we going to? And I'll go, and we'll find out where we're going to go. And I'll do that on the live show as well, because I think it's exciting and I like to share that excitement. So are we getting close to 12 yet?
About 9 minutes.
Oh, 9 minutes.
Can I just mention
Another question?
where do the volunteers actually stay during the makeover?
Yeah, that's the thing. You see, volunteers, unfortunately, you know, when we start selling thousands and thousands of entries and stuff, they'll be like, I'll be able to fly volunteers in. But it's not about that. It's about who wants to be there, who wants to be there, who wants to learn, who wants to kind of just be in that energy, all right? A lot of the people that came last time, they're camping. Pam, she had a spare block over the other side of the road, so there was like half a dozen of them that were camping in their vans. A couple of them took a hotel in the town, like Costa and I did. But we supply, of course, the lunch, and that's what we do. So it's kind of like a come, bring you food if you want, for dinner and for breakfast. It's kind of like come and camp. And if there's no camping, come and stay at a motel. If you're a long way away and you want to drive, that's fine. Christian, who came last time, he flew in from Brisbane, flew all the way over. He hired a car to get there. He rented a hotel for a couple of nights, and he came for the whole weekend and put all his effort in. Hats off to you, Christian, if I had hat. There was a couple, Fiona and Chris, they drove all the way from Goulburn, 12-hour drive up. And I think they had some friends in Narracord. I can't quite remember. But it's all diverse. But you got to kind of make your own way there, and sort yourself out really. At this stage, unfortunately, that's the way it is. So that's why I'm looking for. Sorry guys, I'm getting a bit distracted by the guys talking in the back there. So that's all right.
It's on topic.
It's on topic, yeah. Oh, we can discuss it out loud if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is a really good question.
Because I think I did answer that question about the volunteers and
Very good. We've got a question from Sharon.
Sharon.
For instance, because she's actually located in
Tasmania.
You need to be sourcing local trees from her region.
Yeah.
Or her question actually also was, can she gift the trees or plants to somebody else? Is that an option? Of course.
If you didn't hear the question, Sharon?
Yeah.
Sharon from Tasmania?
Yeah.
Is asking, well, one, the trees will be coming from Tasmania. We'll be sourcing the trees from the local nursery or some nursery in Tasmania that can deliver the trees we want. And yeah, like anyone that's entering, they can enter for somebody else. A lot of people have been writing saying, I've entered for Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is on Sunday. I've entered for my husband's birthday, and I've entered for my father and my... so you can enter whoever, you know. It's not about, as long as they're in Australia, as long as we can travel there and it's in Australia and with permission to do the makeover, then it can go to anybody. I forgot what I was going to say. The next one, I've got a few little notes up on the board. The next one we're going to be doing, that'll be for Christmas. And that'll open up in a few weeks. Because it's going to be bigger than this one, I need to have special permits and so on. And I have to have them for all the states in Australia. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get organised. But unfortunately, I won't be able to make it available for anyone internationally, because I've recently discovered that the laws, international laws, is like very, very complicated. So it's going to be pretty much not doable. So until I do work out a way to include our international, beautiful international audience, then this is just going to be in Australia, everybody. And I think I've covered everything I need to talk about on my list.
We have another question.
Another question?
Yeah.
We'll give this a stir. We're getting close to 12 because like people are going to be joining in at 12 to see who the winner is.
So
Right.
Question.
Yeah.
Hey Weedy, will you be doing any videos on natural insecticides at all?
No, mate. Well, no, dear. Not really. I did that one on the chili and garlic spray, remember? The thing is, if I do any videos about those things, I've got to test them. So it's going to be a test video. Because if I go online and say, what's the best way to get rid of caterpillars? I keep tripping over the stool. What's the best way to get rid of caterpillars? You'll probably find garlic and chili spray potentially is one of the top hits of how you can make it at home. But it doesn't work. There is some things, I'd like to do a video about that, but if I do it real short, I've got a couple of minutes before 12 o'clock. Things you got to remember is things like, you got little grubs eating your broccoli, right? You want to think about, you don't want to spray the grub when it's there. You want to spray the broccoli before the mother butterfly or the mother butterfly comes looking. Because the mother butterfly, she remembers growing up on a cabbage leaf or a broccoli leaf. Sorry guys, I keep getting distracted because they're talking in the background. And this little tiny camera I've got to look at. I'm still here and I'm just summing it up about how to think about your plants and about how, if you think about how it works, like how the lions are attacking the zebras and how it works, you actually don't get bugs. If you've got healthy soil and sun and water and all the elements that the plant needs to build itself, and it's got light and space, it probably has enough power to look after itself. The bugs will go, ooh, too healthy, too strong, too much defense mechanism, so I'll go somewhere else. If you do have something that's getting eaten, leave it there. So the bugs go to there and leave the other stuff away. There's things you can plant in your garden to attract the bugs to eat them. And I have noticed that pyrethrum, which is a flower, it's a natural thing, it does work. But then you're also killing ladybirds, I think, and things like that if you start spraying, and beneficial worms and beneficial bugs. So it's a good video, and I think I will do a video about how I see it, because I don't have any problem with bugs in my garden. The only thing I've got a problem with is a bush turkey. And I still haven't figured out how to do it. But the other day he was caught in the chicken run, and I've got this mesh electric fence around the chicken run. I came up in my car and bush turkey was in there, and I could see bush turkey could see I was coming, and he started running, and he's running into the mesh, and he couldn't get out of the chicken yard, and I got close. I jumped over the fence into the chicken yard and I got it cornered, and it started to get really freaky. It ran between my legs and then started to get a bit of motion and flew over, and it got up in the tree and it was like, ah. And I was like, woo, that was close, but I haven't seen it since. I haven't seen it since. And I think I call it the Viking method. It's like, if you can grab them and kind of scare them, don't hurt them. If it's hurting, then you got to bite their ear or bite their toe or something like that, a little bit hard or something, but don't hurt them, but just scare them. It's almost like saying, this is mine. And I've tried it a few times actually, and it seems to be working, but I haven't been able to catch the bush turkey enough to bite it on the toe. When I do, I've got 2 minutes to go. Okay, what else? Oh, I forgot to mention everything in the drawer. I forgot to mention the Prunabo trimmers, I think. What is that? Well, that's because it's right down the bottom. But I did bring these up just to give you a little demo. And I call this the most dangerous tool in my garden. And I mean it, actually. Double click. Double click. All right. Big one for 50 mil. Hold it in, beep. Smaller one. Small end, big end. You imagine getting a thumb stuck in there. So when I'm doing my pruning and stuff, I don't ever do anything like that. I never ever, it's like I keep it far away. But I like this one because I was doing the hand pruning before, and I was thinking, if I keep doing this for the next 40 years, I'm going to look like Popeye in my one arm from all the hand cutting and pruning. So I love this one. So I decided to chuck one of those in, because the idea is to give you what I've got in my garden that I'm happy with. I just move all these little things, and I think we're ready to start drawing. I reckon.
1 minute, Weedy.
Yeah, 1 minute. I'll put this here. Okay.
Did you put those extra tickets in the bucket before?
Those other ones. Is there any other ones coming through?
Yeah, we've got these ones.
All right. Do you want to give me those, and we'll close the website?
I did. Yes.
Give me those last
Just
ones.
those ones.
Okay. So we're going to close for draws now. Close for entries.
Yes.
Done. Close for entries. Last entries there. 3, 3, 4, 3. Oh, there's one that's bought a few tickets. Beauty. 3, 4, 4. 3, 4, 5. 4, 6. The last order number was 3448. I wonder if we'll hear that number again in a second. In the bucket. No more. All done.
All done.
I reckon a little round of applause for everybody. Everybody who has contributed to this has made it possible for someone's life to be changed. You know, and that it's going to be different for everybody, depending on who the winner is. And that's the most exciting part for me, is where we're going and who will it be. A young family with a couple of little kids in a van on 5 acres in the hills. Could it be a little family in Sydney with 600 square metre garden? Could it be a community garden somewhere that some lady has been so kind to buy a ticket for and she won? I don't know. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. We won the Weedy garden. It's exciting. All these possibilities all in here. And I reckon we'll start it, okay? And just to show you that there is different numbers in here, I'll give you a look at, and you can use a couple of seconds. You might be able to see your number. Can you see? Does that look all right on the screen, guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
See different numbers?
Yep.
Give it a shake. See different numbers again. I want this to be totally kosher, and that's why I'm doing it live, because a few people have commented about me doing the pre-recorded, and I totally understand that. Although I'm as kosher as you get, I can understand that it would be possible to rig it. So we don't want anyone thinking that, feeling that. It's all transparent here. So we're going to pull out a few winners now. And the first few, we'll start with number 10. And they'll get a Weedy Garden t-shirt. This is a little one that I got extra for some little person that's going to come and help me in the garden one day. But there's a bunch of different designs, and I'll get your order number. We'll call your name out. We'll get it written down, and I'll contact you from your email that you sent. So you don't have to call me or email me or anything like that. I'll email you. All right? So we'll do it. We'll pick out the first t-shirt. I'll just wet my finger a bit. I'm just wiping my fingers. And we've got one. 3375. 3375. So then we've got to just find out who it is, potentially. Just to say congratulations. Oh. Wow, imagine if I was just going to draw once. That's what I'm thinking right now. Oh my God. But don't feel bad. It could have been anyone else. Annette? Annette. I don't say her last name. That's all right. Where is Annette from? There's all these Australian names. I've been living in Denmark for 30 odd years. And it's interesting coming back to Australia and hearing the names of towns in Australia. If you grew up in Australia, you kind of don't think about it, but some of the places like Wagga Wagga and Gula Bula, Aboriginal names and places, it's pretty cool and hard to pronounce. So we're going to pull out another one for a t-shirt. Okay, 3079. Thank you. Make sure I don't throw that back in. Alligator Creek. Ooh. I wonder where Alligator Creek is. I wonder if they get crocodiles at Alligator Creek. Tessa, I'll send you an email, and you can just tell me what design you want, what color you want, what size you want, and I'll send it off to you in the post, okay? ASAP. I'm going to pull out another one for the t-shirt. I won't look, just in case. I feel it in my hands. Got one here. 3254. Gets a t-shirt. Another Weedy Garden t-shirt to wear proudly. I'd just say if you're trimming bananas, if you're cutting bananas, thank you. If you're cutting bananas, don't wear your Weedy Garden t-shirt, because the banana juice stains your shirt clothes and you can't get it out. So, if you want this, if you want the kangaroo design that you've already bought. By the way, everyone who has a ticket has a download. And if you haven't downloaded it, then just go into the email that you got from the Weedy Garden when you'd made the purchase and look in your spam folder if it's not there. But you've got an email with the download link, and if it's expired, just press the button and you'll get a new one. And you can download your high-res design of your kangaroo, and then you can get it printed. Like Vista Print, you can print it on almost anything. I've got my magnets for my Weedy Garden car done there. Christmas cards, birthday cards, nice little design. a Weedy mug. $26.91. Thanks for being part of it. This is for the t-shirt, of course. $26.91. You just won a t-shirt because your number was it number 7? Was that number 6?
Yes.
Yes. So number 5. Just getting a few moments past 12 o'clock when I promised to draw the winner. Just to drag it on a little bit and give a little bit of thanks back with some t-shirts to a few people. I've got another one here, $24.96. One Weedy Garden t-shirt coming your way. So what have I got now? 4? Prize number 4. And this is the last one with. This is the last one with just the t-shirt.
Just had a question saying, are those going to go back in the bucket?
No. They're over here. Well, I'll show you in a second. This one here is. Oh, is that what you mean?
Somebody asked the question.
That's a good point.
Will they actually go back into the main draw?
That's a good point. The question was, do these ones here that have been pulled out now miss on the chance for the main draw? That's a good point. I think what I'll do is I'll put them back in. All right, I'll put them back in. Yeah, that's fair. I'll put them back in. $31.45. Thanks for that comment because that makes a lot of sense. Because I had this idea before thinking, you know, whatever, we'll move on. $31.45 t-shirt. And now we're number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4.
Number 4. I'm glad we didn't have any bird food here on the balcony today because the birds would make such a racket. Don't you guys? There's no food here. Oh, look, this is one that just came in. It's one of the last orders because I can see that header's writing. 3441. Yeah? Mrs. Weedy.
T-shirt?
T-shirt.
Thank you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's 3 more. And this third one's going to get a t-shirt plus they're going to get the free Evergreen Permaculture Design Certificate course online for free access with Jeff Lawton. And if you don't know what that is yet, it's coming soon. And it's a PDC you can do without having to follow, I don't know what the word is, but there's a PDC that starts up where everyone comes in. There's Jeff Lawton is there and all the teachers are there to help you with questions along the way, and you kind of work together on the PDC with support along the way. The Evergreen, I think it's half the price, but there's no support except the online support, which is already there. And I think Jeff Lawton's actually made an AI Jeff Lawton. I'm not sure, but all the things that he's ever answered is in the database. So if you ask a question about something and Jeff has answered it before, it'll tell you what it is again. So for a t-shirt and the Evergreen, $34.20. Okay, $34.20. Now the second prize is a little bit more. Second prize is the t-shirt and Weedy Garden pants and the Evergreen. Access to the Evergreen Permaculture Design Certificate course with Jeff Lawton, my legend hero friend. We're going to talk to him in a second. This is the second. The next one we're going to draw, $24.96. Okay. The next one we're going to draw.
That's with the pants as well.
That's with the pants, yeah. Right. So we're going to. Hey?
Someone's won twice.
Oh, someone's won twice. Ah, that is amazing. Someone has won twice.
Really?
That's someone that's bought
that's cool.
5 tickets potentially. What is the chances? Wow. So give me all those tickets back.
And they're going back in the drawer.
They're going back in the drawer.
Beautiful.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's great.
That's a really good idea.
That's great.
So we're going to put those back. There was 32.54, 33.75, 31.45, 26.91, 24.96, 3441, 2496, 3420, and 3079. All right, drum roll, please.
Oh, I should have put my drum in.
Do, 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 do. For the winner of the grand prize.
Oh,
And if you've put your phone number on the order, then I'll call you. So get your phone ready. If you haven't put your phone number on, then I'll send you an email. So get ready and be standing by your emails. And if I don't get any answer from anybody, I'll have to send them an email and I'll get back to you. I think I'll update you on the newsletter perhaps. But there's nothing I can do if they don't take their telephone or their email. I'm going to draw it now. Wet in the fingers. We'll do it in front of the camera. I'm just going to grab one. Got it? Oh,
Oh,
this is it, everybody. Okay. I'm shaking a bit. It's 25:27. 25:27. Someone's jumping with joy right now. Yeah?
we're about to find out who.
25:27. I'm going to mount this on the wall as something special.
Golden ticket.
That's the winner. We did that right, didn't we? It's all done. We got the winner. Now I'm going to get their phone number. And this is the fun part. And if you're watching, take the phone. And after we've done this, we've got to send, when you find the winner, get their address and message it to Jeff.
Right.
And then I'll give Jeff a call after I speak with Costa.
All right.
Can you see the number?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the notes? I've left notes somewhere for some of them. Is there a note?
Notes.
I'm just going to go on the other side of the camera, guys, to have a look. Where's my glasses? No. Where is it? Okay. Can we see where she's from? That's funny. There's no address or anything. Let me see on this one. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm kind of off camera now. This is the one. What was the number again?
2527.
Was it, yeah, okay. There we go. I've got all the info here, but I don't have a phone number. Okay, Jody from Crosley in Victoria. Jody, can you copy that email? Can you copy that email and send her an email? Jody, where did I say? Crosley in Victoria. And then also Crosley, and also copy the address and send it to Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah. Jody, I'm going to get back in front of the camera. Okay. Does anyone know Jody in Crosley in Victoria that knows it well enough to call her and say, send an email to Weedy straight away? Well enough to call her and say, send an email to Weedy straight away? I didn't have a B plan for what would happen if this happened, but if we'll send her an email. Have you sent her an email yet? Just doing that now. Okay. But in the meantime, if there's any questions anyone's got about the garden or anything, we can have a little chat. But we're not going to drag it on if she doesn't get back to us. Jody from Crosley. I can't give you my mobile because then everyone has my mobile, so you can't call me. But you can send an email to me. Everyone knows my email, theweedygarden@gmail.com. Jody, if you're there, send me an email to theweedygarden@gmail.com right now, please, because we're all waiting on you. We want to hear your reaction. We want to hear about what you got planned. Victoria, that's another trip down through the outback for me. Yeah. I wonder how close it is to Narracourt. Yeah. So we're just sending an email to Jody from Crosley in Victoria, who's the winner, with order number 2527. So yeah, I'm going to say, if you weren't the winner, thanks for participating. I really have lots of gratitude here, but really lots of gratitude to everyone that's participated and everyone following the channel. This gives me the ability to go back to my garden and do these videos that you all love watching from the early days, where I just focus on telling nice stories with nice photography, entertaining, educating, inspiring. Okay. Facebook and Instagram is going to be the place where I talk about these giveaways, so I can make the YouTube channel nice and clean. Okay. So you know. And next video I'm going to put out, I think, is going to be about how to feed a fruit tree. And I bet there's a lot of things you didn't know about how you can feed your fruit tree in that video that's coming up soon. I haven't filmed it yet. I'm just waiting for a nice day where I'm not busy. No one.
Actually, this one, Crosley, Jody, the winner.
Yeah.
She's actually located just north of Melbourne.
Just north of Melbourne.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be flying into Melbourne. Yeah. Well, listen. While we're waiting for Jody to send us an email, we'll give Costa a call.
Yes.
And I said to Costa, if you're watching the live show, Costa, give us a call now and we'll have a chat. And if he doesn't call me on FaceTime right now, I'll call him. Hey, Costa. Come on, Costa. Come on, Jody. Come on, Costa. And you've sent the message to Jeff?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
with,
seen it.
with
He's seen it.
okay. All right, Costa.
Birthday wishes, Weedy.
Thank you, everybody. Costa, FaceTime. I'll try. It's ringing.
No way.
Yeah, it's way. You got. It's not. It's not. It's.
I'm standing
Look. You're in it with a bunch of school kids.
on a
Yes.
pile
Of-
of 9 cubic. We're making 9 cubic meters of compost, David.
Oh wow, 9 cubic meters.
Bigger.
Looks like you got lots of help.
I have got more help than you can imagine.
Woohoo.
And this is like the ideal international compost week event. And we've got manure and straw there. We've got grass clippings, wood chip, coffee grounds, garden clippings. There was some kelp. One at the local land care bought kelp for us, and it's hello, Mrs. Weedy. It's going off. Absolutely going off.
Yeah.
Now they're putting newspaper. They're spreading newspaper on the wood chip, and this is just the first crew. So basically, they're going to bury it until I'm buried. I'm going to be buried.
Oh, as long as you don't overheat in there.
No. Well, I just don't think I'm ever going to make it to the next garden build because they're going to bury me in here.
You'll
I'll be here forever.
You'll feel like a little bush turkey baby at some point, probably.
I could grow longer and taller, ready for the next garden. I've been waiting anxiously, and I thought as soon as my phone vibrates, I know that it's going to be midday.
Yeah.
And the big announcement is happening.
Yeah, it's happened. We're drawing the winner, and we haven't been able to get hold of her on the telephone yet, but she's in a place called Crossley, just north of Melbourne.
North of Melbourne.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So from South Australia to Victoria.
Yeah, we'll start and we'll see if we can do this loop around or something.
Yeah. So next one, New South Wales, Queensland, NT, WA.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It might be.
Wow.
It might be a
How exciting.
It might be a zigzag pattern we make, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might end up in Canberra.
Yeah.
Look at this. In the time we've spoken, they've come the width from my ankles to my knees.
Give us a look at your feet.
I'll show you. I'll turn the camera around.
Have you got gumboots on or something?
And they're throwing paper at me as well. I'm a fair target here in the middle.
Yeah.
Look at the kids up the back. See, there's kids way down there bringing the wood chip. There's kids over here bringing the big pile of grass. There's a whole lot of newspaper in the shed here.
Oh, that's
There's
so
fresh
cool.
couches.
That's great.
It's going off here, Dave.
That reminds me a little bit what it's going to be like when we rock up at someone's school and do something similar together.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So what's the winner's name?
Jody.
Jody.
Yeah.
Yay, Jody.
Yay, Jody.
I can't wait.
So you're gonna come with me this time?
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't flush me, Weedy.
I was thinking last night about things I could say, and I'll just think of something. What I was thinking last night was that people used to call me a photographer with a garden, but now because I've done Jeff Lawton's course and I've spent 20 hours driving in the car with you, now I've got enough information about it, so now I can call myself a gardener.
Hey,
There you go.
a gardener with a bit of photography skills.
Yeah, mate. Well, listen, and I'll just let you to say g'day to everyone on the Weedy Garden channel if you want to say g'day or goodbye.
Hello, Weedy Gardeners. Thank you for supporting this giveaway. The impact that it can have on lives is amazing. We saw it in Narracourt with Pam Phillips, and now we're off to Victoria to do it again. And it wouldn't happen without your kind participations and donations. So from me and all of the compost gear, send you lots of love and thanks.
All right, man. Thank you very much. That was lovely.
Thanks, Weedy.
See you, man. Have a nice day and say good day to
Bye.
the kids.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
We still haven't heard from Jody.
No, we still haven't heard from Jody.
No.
Okay, I'll call Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah. He's seen it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give him a call. How do we turn the camera around? Oh no, he'll come on. Here he is.
Hey,
G'day, Jeff.
between Warrnambool and Port Fairy it is.
Is that right?
I've got it up on. It's not far from where you were before, but it's in Victoria.
All right. How far is it from Narracourt?
Well, I haven't really got Narracourt pinned.
A couple of 100 k's only, probably.
Oh no, it's more than that by the look of it. You were near Mount Gambier, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if you can see my big screen, Mount Gambier is there, and you're over here.
It's a bit see small. The people get to see it. But is she? Is it in town or is it just on the outskirts of town or?
Kind of. Oh, it's on the edge of one. It's literally halfway between Port Fairy and Warrnambool.
Okay. So is that a similar climate to Narracourt?
I'd say it'd be. I'd say it'd be a bit wetter.
A bit wetter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's only that far from the ocean.
Yeah.
If you can see that.
Well, I can't really. It's a bit hard.
Hold on. Let me turn it round.
Yeah, then you can.
Yeah, we're on the big screen up there.
Oh, no, can everyone? I'm just asking you with the comment. Can everyone hear Jeff? Can you hear Jeff speaking? I've got my microphone held up to the camera here.
So it's kind of rural residential, I suppose.
Okay.
It's just outside of this little town called Koroit.
Can you go into the address so I can see it and show me the yard?
West of Melbourne.
Where is
There.
it? That one there.
That's it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Go a little bit closer.
Looks like a bit of a bare canvas, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Is that north,
Yeah.
south, east, and west correct in regards to what I'm looking at?
Yeah, it's north straight up the map.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I've got locked doors. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
There's plenty of garden there. There's plenty of garden space. There's plenty of room.
Well, we'll see what she
Big
wants
shed,
done. And,
couple of tanks.
yeah.
Looks like she's got a bit of a garden there, look.
Yeah, look, she's got a little veggie garden with some raised garden beds there.
Yeah, looks like it.
I can see that. Maybe she wants to extend on that. It looks like she probably want to extend on that side there. But listen, we're talking stuff that the people watching are not going to be getting much interest out of. So, oh yeah, yes, of course. But Jeff,
All right.
an extra thank you for giving those your entry into the Evergreen course.
My pleasure.
Mate,
no problem.
When does that
Just got to keep spreading the word.
when does that start up?
It should be at the end of this month.
End of this
Kick
month.
off before the 1st of June, I reckon.
And what is it again? It's like you can get your PDC. It's just that there's no support, right?
Yeah, you got a Jeff Lawton AI answering your questions. It all downloads at once, and you can watch it back to front or front to back or any way you like. It doesn't come in an order like an event.
Yeah.
It's you and the course running as you like.
Yeah. That's going to be very doable for a lot of people actually, because they can fit it into their own time, really, can't they? And there is no deadline. So you can submit your final exam at any time.
Yeah, as soon as you've gone, we can see if you've watched the course. So if you've watched it all and there's a little bit of learning experience exercises, then you can put your design in, you get your certificate.
Yeah, right. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 people that are going to be happy for that. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Good.
All right. Keep
Mate,
up the good work.
thank you, Jeff. And you too. You've just got back from overseas, haven't you? You've been out in the desert for a couple of months.
Yeah. I've been in the Middle East underneath a bit of large fireworks. But anyway, I'm back safe and sound. I'm over there again in September. Next weekend, I'm in Sunshine Coast talking at Permaculture Noosa in Koroit.
Oh, I was there last time. I was there last month.
Yeah, so I'm there next weekend. One of your posts put in the details So I think it's the president of the Permaculture News that just put in one of your posts, in one of your comments there.
That's Jeff. His name is Jeff as well.
Yeah, his name's Jeff Powell.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll be there. It's 30. I started that group over 30 years ago.
Yeah,
so
I know. Yeah, you started that permaculture group in Noosa. Yeah, all those years ago. Good stuff. Well, mate, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'll talk to Jody and have a chat, and then we'll get in touch with all three of us, and we'll look at her design later.
No problem.
All right, mate. Thank you. Take care.
Well done, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for participating. Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, can I ask you guys how many people are watching still?
Oh, well.
82. Okay, guys and girls, and any kids watching.
So they can change their name to Jody.
Change their name to Jody. Yeah, you'll have to also change. Get in. Nah, yeah, that's a funny one. But Jodie's going to be excited. She's obviously not watching the live show. She obviously didn't have a telephone number, and she's not checking her emails every 5 minutes like some people do. I think that's it.
Can I just say, there's a nice comment here that the whole concept that you have created on your channel, Weedy, is amazing. Should be very proud.
Thank you. Who was that from?
That was from Howlett Hill.
Howlett Hill.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And if you've just joined in, or if you didn't get what I said before, I'm not doing any more sponsored videos on my channel. I want to get back to making these videos where it's me in my garden, learning, sharing my enthusiasm, doing real stuff, and want to focus on those kind of videos so I can keep my YouTube channel, which everybody loves and I love making, kind of separate from the makeover events. The makeover series will always be on the channel, but the promotions for it and all the information about it will be kept separate from my YouTube channel from now on, except for a little ad in the middle of my videos, which you'll notice as we go forward. So if there's no more questions, I mean, I'm happy to sit here for another few minutes and answer any questions about my channel, about my garden, about anyone having any issues or problems or anything like that I might be able to add to.
Most of the comments are happy birthday and saying hello to Costa and Jeff and lots of thanks.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
Well, it's all coming back to you guys, all coming back to you. I think I'm going to put these in my little museum now. I've got a little museum of glass bottles where each event goes in and all the tickets go. Well, that's a good question. I have done a tour of the Weedy Garden once where there was 10 people and there was a room for 10 and we got 10 tickets and they came. And I really enjoyed myself with everyone that came. But I felt it wasn't really what I wanted to do in the future because there was 10 people I had to kind of engage with, and sometimes people were engaging with themselves and I wasn't quite sure if people wanted to talk with each other or wanted me to talk. It was like, there's too many people. So what I decided to do shortly after that was make it just for families, for couples, for small groups, something like that. So what we're offering, and you can get it on the website, our next door neighbours, lovely neighbours, they have a little straw bale cottage, and it's only 100 metres from the Weedy Garden, up on the hill next to the Weedy Garden. Beautiful little straw hay bale cottage, and what do you call it? A hay bale cottage. It's made from hay bales and mortar, and you can overnight there and do a little tour with Weedy, and we make potatoes and eat dinner by the fire at night time if it's nice weather. Spend some hours in the garden, sit around and chat. If it's bad weather, we go into the cottage and watch the Weedy Garden movie maybe together. But at some point, whether we got rain umbrellas or not, we do a tour of the garden. But it makes it more intimate, and it makes it more personal, and makes it a better experience for everybody. So that's what we can offer. Okay. So just go to the website. It's on the front page. Just scroll down the front page and you'll say visit the Weedy Garden, and you can have a look. And there's pictures of the cottage in there and you can have a look. But yeah, welcome to book a tour. You could basically send me an email first and tell me when you're thinking about coming, and I can see if it's available, and then yeah, anyone can book. We've had a few visitors come through. It's not something that we advertise because yeah, I kind of want to focus on my videos and use the time editing, filming, looking after the garden. So I don't want to have tours and guests in the garden all week long. So it's a bit restricted in that way. Anyone who wants it, it's on the website. Yeah. It's a beautiful day today. It's a nice day. I'm going to go up to the garden and spend probably the rest of my birthday up in the garden in the sunshine. I want to just say thanks to everyone again. I mean, I was actually thinking to do a live show. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do a test live show with my iPhone. And I was thinking about doing it so I can just go live on my iPhone and have the comments going and have the camera going. And you can say, oh, what about this and that? And I can say, look, by the way, check this out. And I can walk around the garden. That'll be kind of cool. Or even make a video where I just kind of, almost like a live video, just walk around the garden and kind of just open up and tell the stories that I can tell when I kind of open up. I don't do that on the live show because if I go off track or whatever, I kind of can't edit. But I could do lots of different sorts of videos. I've got a whole book full of ideas. So if you do have any ideas for videos, chuck them in the comments on this. But wait till this one is finished going live and write it in the comments so the comments stay. All right, I think that's about it.
We do have one question.
Oh well, there's another question. I'm here to answer
Yes,
questions
from John.
until I
Can
don't
Weedy
come.
publish another photo book on the Weedy Garden?
Was that from John?
Yeah.
I don't know, John. Have you seen the first book that I made called At Any Given Moment, John? Because I have made a photo book. It's more a book about photography and the kind of the inward journey as a creative person and where that creativity comes from. And my travels through almost 40 countries around the world, looking for images, looking for golden nuggets that of moments that is worth showing. Is there a funny comment?
Will there be any new characters on your next video?
Well, have you met Wally? Wally? Have you met Wally? Whoever's asking, have you met Wally? Maybe not.
Want to meet Wally?
Well, they wouldn't have asked if they hadn't met Wally, because So yeah, Wally, you've obviously met Wally because there's a character, or you've met Woody. Woody, don't think Woody's going to appear again, because I don't spend too much time in the office. Actually, I spend most of my time up in the garden where Wally's hanging out. Wally hangs out in the garden all the time. And I've known Wally since I was about this big. Wally and I, we go way, way, way back. He's really sweet. He's a bit childlike and he's a bit camera shy. That's why he's sitting over there at the moment on the sofa. And now he's going all red on his face because he's thinking I'm going to ask him to come on camera, but I'm not Wally. We'll do that up in the garden. But Wally, he's enthusiastic, he's keen, and he's got a natural curiosity, and you're going to love Wally. So Weedy and Wally are going to do a video soon. So look forward to that one. I'm going to look forward to doing it as well. Yeah.
I still haven't heard anything from Jody yet.
Jody, what's going on? Jody. So anyone know Jody in Crossley? What's her name? Crossley? Victoria?
No.
Give her a call and say, send a message to Weedy. Quick smart.
We've actually got Sav online. Savannah.
Hey, Savannah.
Yay.
Yay, Savannah. Savannah was staying here in the Weedy Garden for a couple of months, helping me get the cattle in that kept breaking out to the neighbours. Savannah.
John actually wants to meet Wally.
John wants to meet Wally. Yeah. I don't know about that. Wally's.
See, somebody else says, yay.
Yeah. I don't know, Wally. I don't know, Wally. Do you want to go on camera, Wally? He's shaking his head. Yeah, he's shaking his head. Come on, Wally. You want to come online or not? No, not really, Weedy. Come on, mate. People want to meet you. I don't really want to, Weedy. Mate, you don't have to be camera shy. Just be yourself. You know I'm always myself, Weedy. I know you're always yourself. But just be yourself on camera. You reckon it'd be okay? Sure, mate. But don't you have your other hat? No, it's the only hat I've got, Weedy. I don't know, do I have to go in? No, I don't know if I'm a little bit camera shy. You don't have to push me, Weedy. I can come in all by myself. Okay, hello everybody. Where am I supposed to look? Where's that little thing?
Yep.
Is that a camera? That's the same one as we got up in the Weedy Garden, Weedy. It's the little one. I didn't know you could use them for the live shows. So here I am. after popular demand, nice to meet you, everybody. I'm a bit shyer than Weedy. Weedy's had a lot more practice than Weedy's had a lot more practice than me. I'm trying, Weedy. I'm trying. About the winner. The winner I heard is Jody, but she's not answering the telephone. Yeah, well. So someone's asking me, why do you like being up in the garden with Weedy, Wally? Well, see, this is all too spontaneous for Wally. But Wally's going to go over to Weedy again now. Come on, Wally, you can do it. No, I don't want a Weedy because I don't have a script. Remember, you don't need a script, Wally. Just be yourself. Well, that's who I am, Weedy. I was myself. Well, that's true. So should I go back now, or do you want to go back again? No, you should go over, Weedy. Okay, mate, I'll go over. Can I have the microphone back on? I'll put the microphone back on to me. Okay. Yeah. You can see he's a bit camera shy. He does need the manuscript going for him because he's a little bit slower than Weedy is. But he's gentle and he loves the animals up there. Sometimes I see Wally, he's just sitting up there, he's looking at the grass, right? I can see now I'm mixing compost and pruning and mowing, and Wally's sitting there just looking at the grass. And I go and say, what are you doing, Wally? And Wally will say funny things like, I'm just watching the molecules form themselves in the grass, Weedy, and watching it make itself and grow. And it's like, yeah, it's a bit hard to understand. But we'll get off the subject, and I think we'll close this down.
Somebody's saying, don't be a Wally, Weedy.
Exactly. Don't be a Wally, Weedy.
Thanks for making appearance, Wally.
Yeah, thanks, Wally. I told you he was a bit embarrassed and a bit red in his face.
Someone asked if he's still washing the dirty eggs.
What?
They've asked if he's still washing the dirty eggs.
No, he learnt that. But just to clarify, it wasn't chicken manure on the eggs. There's no chicken manure on our eggs. It was the mud, because it's been pouring and pouring and pouring for weeks here, and the whole chicken run is just muddy. So the chickens were walking in the mud up to their laying box and stepping on the eggs, making them muddy. So it wasn't my chickens, our chickens. This is Weedy's chickens, mostly. Are very healthy, and they don't poo. They don't poo in their roost. So the joys of doing live shows is that, yeah, I'm sort of sitting here with not knowing really what else to say. So I'll wind it up and say about Jody and how I'm gonna present Jody to you guys. I think basically you guys are gonna meet Jody when I start doing the series. Okay, so we're going to be doing the makeover as soon as Jody's able, and Costa, and as soon as Jeff's ready with the design if needed. So I'm hoping kind of June, latest July, we're going to do that. I'm going to go for a little trip to Denmark and visit my family in August. But we'll have that series out sometime in August, September. So we'll see Jody there. And Jody, I do hope that you contact me and get back to me really soon. Okay. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
And as I always say, everybody, thanks for watching and enjoy your gardens and enjoy your lives, because your lives are your own. No one else owns you and you only got one. All right? Okay. Have a nice day and I'll see you later. I'll let you sit and watch the view for a little while if you like. This is what it's like for me when I'm working. It's my view when I edit. So we're off. Sound off.